Hello friends, my name's Noli and I like to read, and today we're going to be picking my June TBR. I'm sure everyone knows how this works already, but basically I have a TBR jar prompt. I already said jar. Anyways, and there's prompts on here that are basically going to tell me what book I have to pick, and I think I'm going to choose like 6 of them unless I'm getting a lot of the ones that I want, and then I'll choose 7. Obviously we have everything that's on this card, and then I also have a few books on Kindle that I'm keeping an eye out for, which are Truly Medley Deeply by Kate Watson, the second book in the Kindred Curse saga by Penn Cole. The first book is Spark of the Other Flame. I think this second book is called Glow of the Other Flame. I could be wrong about that. Those are the main 2. Also, I want to continue the Curse of Ophelia series, so whatever the second book in that series is called, I also could choose. Also have quite a few rereads on here, so Happy Place, Every Summer After, The Summer Broken Rules, and Summer Romance are all ones that I've read in the past in the summer and was like, this is a perfect summer read, and so now I'm like, okay, time to do it again this summer. So love all those, definitely recommend them. Can't wait to get to them again this year, but let's go ahead and pick prompt number 1. I'm so excited to be getting to the good summer reads. Like, summer just screams romance read to me, but I do have a couple of fantasy ones that I'm also wanting to get to, so this could be good. Oh, finish a series. Okay, what could I choose for this? Finish a series. Truly Medley Deeply would be me completing what is out of that series, so I feel like that could count. I don't know if another book in that series is coming out or not, but I would at least be like catching up. That is not finishing one. Okay, The Empire of Gold I could choose. Sunrise on the Reaping I could choose. That's appetizing. Dreams of Gods and Monsters, Murtagh, or A Fire Endless. And I believe that is it for finishing series. Okay. I actually have no clue. Out of all of these, I feel like the ones that are drawing me in the most are Sunrise on the Reaping or A Fire Endless. But I've been putting off Sunrise on the Reaping for far too long, and this series has my heart. I'm so obsessed. This is like one of my favorite books. If someone asks me what my favorite book is, I always say the Hunger Games series, because that's like the least embarrassing one you can also say while also being true. I feel like, not that you need to be embarrassed by anything that you read, but like I do care what people think. So I typically do say the Hunger Games series, which it's true. Okay, like the Hunger Games series is one that I read in middle school and just got so emotionally attached that I'm like, wow, this is part of me. So anyways, I've heard that this book is heartbreaking. Can't wait to get to it. So that is first book for our June TBR, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Next up, prompt number 2. Last month I was just mood reading instead of doing a set TBR, and I loved it, but I do also miss the feeling of like, I don't know, it's just like satisfying, you know, whenever you read a book off of your TBR, you're like, yeah, I did that. Okay, a book with chapter titles. We're gonna have to look into this one. Okay, what's one that I really want to get to in June? I would love to get to It's a Love Story, but I don't think that she puts chapter titles. Yeah, no, just plain old chapter 15, chapter 16. Okay, and what about, we'll check this summer will be different. This also looks like a good summer read. Oh wait, are there chapter titles, or is that Thanksgiving 3 years ago? I don't think I count that as a chapter title, but if I can't find everything else, then we could potentially do it. Does Emily Henry use chapter titles? Like, I don't think so. I do need to get Great Big Beautiful Life as well. I still haven't read that one. Okay, this one is also just telling me times, which I don't feel like count. Okay, again, this is just telling me whose point of view it is in. Unfortunate. Check this one. Nope. Oh my gosh, I'm not really ready to commit to this, but if it's the only one that we have, nope, it's just names too. Wow, okay. Let's check this one. Nope, this is also just telling me chapter names. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and count when it was like telling me the place, because I literally can't find anything else with a chapter title. So I'm going to go ahead and choose This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I haven't read this one. I've only read Every Summer After by her, and I really liked it, but of course didn't really like the trope that she had at the end that everyone, I'm sure if you were around Book Talk during the time that that book was popular, talked about. But I heard that this one doesn't have this one, and I did enjoy her writing style. So I'm excited to try this one, and especially it feels like a good summer read. So go ahead and pick prompt number 3, and we can move on. I should have checked the ones on my Kindle, but oh well. Cute Dedication. Okay, this should hopefully be simpler to choose. let's go ahead and see if It's a Love Story has another one. I'm going to check this for like every possible prompt because I really want to read it. For my beautiful friend Tiffany O'Toole, now my lucky star. That's cute. You can't tell me that that's not cute. That's cute, but we will see if we can find a cuter one. Don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll check. Okay, what about, I just got this one today just because I literally loved the cover and I saw that Annabelle Monaghan had a blurb on the front. For my dad, who has always loved and accepted me just as I am, 1% amazing, 99% a pain in the butt, and in memory of my mom, always and forever. That's cute, but I think this one's cuter. And this is the one that I want to read anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and pick this for prompt book number 3 for my June TBR. So excited to be getting to that one. Okay, prompt number 4. I can't believe we're already halfway through, except these are all ones that I do want to get to, so we could possibly be choosing another one. A book on the top shelf. That's perfect. I love that because that's literally all my romance books. Okay, what do we want to get to? I feel like I need to get to Say You'll Remember Me Soon. So we could choose that one, or we could go for a reread with The Summer of Broken Rules, Happy Place, Every Summer After. I already have one by Carly Fortune and Annabelle Monaghan, so I feel like I'm probably not going to choose those. I think I'm going to go with Say You'll Remember Me because I think I want to get to this one before July, and so I'm basically just guaranteeing that I'm going to get to it before July if I put it on my June TBR. Can't believe that I still haven't gotten to this one, but I've just heard so many mixed reviews that I feel like it kind of made me a bit more hesitant to start it, but I'm so excited. I have really loved a lot of Abby Jimenez's other books. Then I don't think any of them have been 5 stars for me, but I did really enjoy all of them. So I'm sure I will enjoy this one as well. I have heard it's a bit of a heavier read, so I will have to be emotionally prepared for it. But 4th book chosen, go ahead and do prompt number 5, which is close your eyes and pick a book. Okay, I didn't really know how I was thinking about doing this, but we're just going to go ahead. I really don't know what I'm doing. Oh gosh, I would not have chosen this one if my eyes were opened, just because it's literally huge. But I do love this series, and especially Laini Taylor's writing is literally gorgeous. This is the last book in the Daughters of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I've thoroughly enjoyed that series. She's the author of Strange the Dreamer. This is the last book for the Daughters of Smoke and Bone trilogy, and she's thick. Okay, that's the only reason that I wouldn't choose it normally, but I know it's gonna be good and it's gonna be finishing a series for me, so I should get to it. And I do love it. I love this series. I love these characters. We're putting it on. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to finish that series, and it's gonna be so satisfying to get it off. Okay, affirmations. Okay, we need those. Prompt number 6, right? Continue a series. Of course I get continue a series because finishing 2 series isn't enough. We have to continue a series. But I think I could do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose Glow of the Everflame, or whatever the second book in that series is, because I do really want to get to that, and it'll give me a Kindle read, and I love reading on my Kindle Unlimited. I love reading on my Kindle. Okay, so there we go. And since that's a Kindle read, I'll go ahead and pick one more physical book. So let's go ahead, choose last prompt for the video, which is going to be an author who uses initials. Okay, who do I have? Melissa Ferguson, no. Emily Henry, no. Carly Fortune, no. I could choose this one if I wanted to. Okay, that's an option. I could choose this one, but I already have a 2 large fantasy books, so I don't think I'm going to choose that one. No. Yes. Okay, so my options pretty much are these 2. Can you guess which one I'm going to choose? I'm going to choose the summer one. I am very excited about starting this series. However, it's summer, so we're choosing the summer book. Last book for our June TBR. has been picked, so let's go ahead and make some room on top of the cart, and then we'll go through a final time and see what books I have, just as a reminder, just so you don't forget, so you know it's ingrained in your brain what books I will be reading in June, because it's important for you to know that. So first up, we had Finish a Series, which I chose Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins for. Next up was a book with chapter titles, so we chose This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. For Cute Dedication, we chose It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. For a book on the top shelf, we chose Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. For Close Your Eyes and Choose a Book, we got Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. For a continuous series, I chose Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Then for an author who uses initials, we chose The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Wather. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you. Jesus loves you. Hope you have a great day, week, life, whatever it is. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.